Buying Bitcoin. We spent a little time looking at how new Bitcoin is produced through the process we call mining. But how about buying it? How do you go and buy Bitcoin right now if you want or need some? That's what I'm going to explain in this video. Let me start by saying two things. There are hundreds of different places around the world where Bitcoin can be purchased, and no matter where you live, it's likely that you can find a local source for Bitcoin purchasing and at least an online source. Another thing that you should know is that organizations dealing with Bitcoin almost always deal in Bitcoin. In other words, if you want to buy a mining pool share, for example, you'll need to have the Bitcoin already to buy that share. It is rare, but not totally unknown, for Bitcoin mining concerns to also be Bitcoin traders, and you need the traders to sell Bitcoin to you so that you have Bitcoin to buy mining pool shares and so on with. This is also the case for most other cryptocurrencies. They all tend to trade using Bitcoin at first. But buying your first Bitcoin is not a problem. And by the way, just because Bitcoin is worth over $1,200 right now to buy is not a reason to worry about affordability either. You may remember from an earlier video that I said that Bitcoin breaks down to 8 decimal places. So it is easy to buy small percentages of a Bitcoin if you wish or need to. It's also important to remember another thing I said on an earlier video, and that is everyone dealing in Bitcoin, be that Bitcoin mining or Bitcoin trading, which includes Bitcoin buying and selling, gets paid. So there are always charges when you buy and sell Bitcoin, as well as when you pay to mine Bitcoin, but they are always very small. Those charges will of course vary from place to place. Even if you do not yet know what your interest in Bitcoin might be in the long run, it's worth buying some so that you can get to know the process for yourself. A lot of people are under the misconception that buying Bitcoin is complicated, but it really isn't. Once you've purchased your first Bitcoin, it's really easy after that. Buying Bitcoin always involves jumping through some know your customer hoops. For simplicity, I'm going to call that KYC. But then again, so does everything else you do relating to finance. You can't open a bank account without some KYC. You can't even open an account with a bookmaker without some KYC. And buying Bitcoin or getting a Bitcoin wallet set up is no exception. I'll spend more time on wallets in a later video. I'm going to assume that this is all brand new to you, so you need a good and easy place to start. First off, if you're going to buy some Bitcoin, bearing in mind what I said about there always being charges, do make it a worthwhile amount of Bitcoin. Aim to get £200 or £300 or euros worth to start off, or whatever the equivalent is in your currency. You can easily buy £100 or €100 worth of Bitcoin as a first transaction with what I'm going to show you. Just about the easiest place to begin with is Coinbase. That's because you can buy there using a debit card. There may be other places where you can do the same, but most places like you to start with a bank transfer. Now I'm going to hook up to a section I recorded a few months back to explain purchasing at Coinbase. There is a link for convenience at the bottom of this video. I suggest you copy that link rather than click it and open a new tab in your browser. That way you can follow the video while going through the Coinbase site. So here I am at coinbase.com, which is one of many places you can go to buy and sell digital currency, as you can see here. Now, if this was your first visit, you would literally put an email address in, click on the Get Started button and set up an account. Now, generally, whenever you set up an account anywhere where your intention is to buy or sell Bitcoin or other digital currencies, then one of the things that you should go through, because it gives you way more scope than if you don't go through it, is that you should do anything they ask you to do in terms of verification. Okay, so I already have a Coinbase account because I pretty much have accounts everywhere you can get them. So what I'm just going to do is I'm going to sign in. Now I should point out that I have two-step verification set up on this account, which is using Google Authenticator, and I would recommend that to anybody. Any additional layer of security that you can put in place is always a good idea. So this is inside my account, and at the moment you'll see there's no Bitcoin in my account, although I do hold Ethereum in this account. And what I want to do is I want to take you through buying some Bitcoin. Okay, so I haven't before purchased Bitcoin with Coinbase, so you're kind of seeing this raw, if you like, as I go through it. So up here on mine you'll see a buy button, so I'm going to click the buy button, and it's asking me to move to the next step. I want to buy Bitcoin, that's already ticked there, and the amount of Bitcoin I want to buy, I'm literally just going to set that at, let's say, 0.2 Bitcoin. Okay, and it's telling me that's going to cost £92.86. I want to show you that you can quickly go out and buy £100 worth of Bitcoin quite easily. I want to deposit it to my Bitcoin wallet. Okay, so I'm just going to make sure that's showing, which it is. It's telling me there's a fee of £3.71 and a total therefore of £96.57 to buy this 0.2 Bitcoin. Now this is the same pretty much wherever you go. If you went to Kraken, if you went to Zappo and many other places to actually buy your first bit of Bitcoin. So I'm going to click here and use the buy Bitcoin instantly button, and you'll see here that it's about to charge my Visa debit card, because I've already set my card up as part of the verification process. Okay, and literally debit card, credit card, once you're set up at Coinbase, you can go in and you can buy Bitcoin using your normal cards. Okay, so that's really as simple as it gets, which is why Coinbase is a very good place to start with your first purchase. So I'm gonna just click on that, and it's going to go through its process. It's now asking me for verification on my bank card. And there you have it, instant purchase complete. 0.2 Bitcoin has been added to your account. That's how simple this is. Now the only thing I can't show you here is setting up the account, because of course I've already done it, but it is very simple. They're logical steps. Follow them forward, do the verification, lodge a card with them so that you have something to buy with. Once you're set up, once you're verified, then you can literally jump in there and buy Bitcoin. And I think regardless of what else you may decide to do, just buying that first bit of Bitcoin is a tremendously good idea.